Did you notice episode 1? Rihanna versus Teairra Mari. In this next clip from the World Music Awards, you're going to see Rihanna with the white top, Teairra with the pink, and Anne-Marie with the purple. They're doing a tribute to Destiny's Child singing Lose My Breath. As you can see at the roles they have been placed in, Teairra is in the Beyonce role, Rihanna is in the Kelly role, and Anne-Marie is in Michelle role. I was pretty shocked. I'll leave a link down to this performance because Teairra Mari was the all around performer on the stage. She was able to sing, dance, perform, pop. Rihanna can't really dance, and they cut her out every time she goes to dance. But this is the era when you didn't really need talent. And I was also shocked at Rihanna's voice. She had a very little girl sounding voice with an accent. She sounded very innocent, very pop, very baby like. She no longer sounds like that. I think the years of drugs, abuse, weed, alcohol have affected her voice, but she sounded so young and refreshing. And this is what I realized in this performance. Teairra Mari was the full package. She is the full package. But on this stage, next to Rihanna and Marie, she looked very, not amateur, but very little girl. She looked like a little girl standing next to these statuesque women. Rihanna and Marie are both not better dancers than her, but they know how to catch the moment. You see, the moment. Teairra looked a little lost. In this right here, I felt like it was shade. I'm thinking about making a Beyonce versus Anne Marie video because this is before Beyonce was a solo artist, and she's watching Anne Marie and look. Tell me this don't look like Beyonce when she was just doing that with the fan. And this is where Teairra starts to look like a little girl next to these big girls. Look at Jay-Z. And I think this is when they started taking Rihanna more seriously. Like, maybe she can be a star. She's not as strong as a singer, good as a dancer. But on that stage, Rihanna won. Okay, she popped. This is something we often forget. Both of these girls started at very, very young ages. The industry has this thing where they like to develop their artists from age 12 and up. I believe both Rihanna and Teairra Mari were 13 years old when they started their training to become an artist. It is public record that How to Make a Girl Feel was released in 2005, and Teairra Mari had to be 16 or 17, but she was signed before that. There's pictures of her in the industry with like 2001 when she was 14. In 2001, she was 14 years old. When she was recording this Make a Girl Feel, she had to be 15 to 14 years old. Artist development is real. Rihanna was also signed at a very young age, around the age of 13. The number 13 came up a lot in my research and a lot of my Did You Know videos, as you'll see as we go forward. But let's dive into it. How does the industry keep searching and lurking for teenagers to grow? Let's talk about it. Teairra Mari's hit song Make a Girl Feel was released in 2005 and became a smash overnight hit. What we don't realize is Teairra was signed before that and she was in artist training. That song came out when Teairra was about 17 to 16 years old. So that means in 2001, she was about 14 to 13 years old, working with grown men to produce a song to make a boy feel. Rihanna also was discovered at the age of 13. I'm pointing this out to you because I want you to see the pattern. And as we do these more Do You Notice videos, you notice that all the people, all the artists and talent is always very young. Look how young Teairra Mari looks in Rihanna's pictures. It's like these men are hanging out with the freshmen in high school, straight out of eighth grade. The whole idea of a Make a Girl Feels music video is introducing Teairra as the princess of the rock and a new member of the rock. In the whole video, she's complaining about trying to find a man or a boy to make her feel good, even though she recorded this song at 14, 15. Give me very much age ain't nothing but a number. But this song is featuring Jay-Z. So basically, in the video, guys are trying to holler at her the whole day. And older men that's Rockefeller keep looking out for her by removing the men or saying no. You see this man just threw the ball like, cut it out, rock. You see the Rockefeller chain on his neck? And then there's another scene, and it's like basically showing that the man she's looking for, because the whole song is about how she can't find a man that make her feel good, to make her feel loved, to make her feel special. And at the end of the video, she walks up to Jay-Z and he's the guy. and he gives it a chain. And it's a classic Beyonce, Jay-Z that we see now. But I got the hottest one in the game wearing my chain. But Teairra wore that chain first. And so as we just watched, Memphis Bleak just tried to holler at her, and someone told him no, and he was like, "Forget you." So it was just her walking around Brooklyn getting guys that's way older than her, which is a problem that I made a video about in the black community. In a lot of communities, this little girl who looked like an eighth grader, dressed like a 10th grader, is walking around talking about who can make her feel good. And all these grown men hanging out at their jobs, barbershop, and cars, other men saying they can make her feel good. The, the problem and the question that I have is, why is Jay-Z the guy at the end that they've been showing the whole time with the white shirt and the Rockefeller chain? Is that the guy? Tell me what you think, guys, because I feel like this age 13, this thing, like, how could we see the same thing over and over and not notice? And I played this whole video because I wanted you to see how she was dressed, how she was dancing, how she was moving, and how they tried to make her look older than a 16, 15-year-old girl because she was. And look at the theme of the video. Everyone, all grown men, Memphis Bleak trying to holler. Little girls are getting hollered at. And then look, Jay-Z is the guy. He just came outside. And look what happens. You want to see the classic Beyonce, Jay-Z? Got the hottest chick in the game. Wearing my chain. That's right. Jay-Z was young here too. He was about 30, I guess. But Teairra Mari is like 15, 16 here, guys. And we have to question that. Look at some photos of her. The whole video was little girls trying to get hollered at by grown men. After this video, Teairra Mari's career took a sharp decline. And I don't know what happened to her career. Matter of fact, I'll let her explain.
Listen to the lyrics of the song, I say I got myself a sponsor. Okay. Which happens to be Warner Brothers.
I guess it's going the safe route.
I'm not going the safe route, I'm going the real route. I don't have a man tricking on me. I have a corporate sponsor. And I'm still with that. And I also want to say that, I'm not encouraging any of the ladies to go out and get sugar daddies. But if you have that, then whatever floats your boat.
I don't mean to interrupt, but ladies, did you hear that? Because I kind of get offended when my shorty sings sponsor to me. I love the song. Beautiful song. If she sings it to me, it's like,
I mean, if that's how she wants to take it, and she wants to sing it to you like that, then she can, because that's her interpretation of the song.
I think you're getting in trouble.
No, I'm just you are.
You don't know better than this. A boy like me, you know what I mean? I be having girls think me tough and shit,
That's what I was going to say. Like, a woman can be a sponsor as well. Okay. My definition of a sponsor had some setbacks. That he worked at a very young age. And then there was the whole issue with Jay-Z. Have you and Jay-Z yet met and, made amends and you're at a point where you moved on? Well, definitely at a point where I moved on, but there was never any drama between me and Jay-Z. Okay. A lot of people don't realize Def Jam is a corporation. It's not just Jay-Z. So they all came to a collective decision to let me go. First of all, I was never signed directly to Rockefeller. I was signed to Def Jam. L.A. Reid signed me. It was his decision to let me go. Okay. So, the reason I ask is because everyone, always says, oh, the whole thing with Jay-Z. Yeah, everybody said Jay-Z took her under his wing and Jay-Z was going to make her a star. And then Rihanna came in and then Teairra Mari was pushed to the side. Well, actually, me and Rihanna, we were both signed. Well, I was signed by L.A. Reid. Rihanna was signed by Jay-Z. Well, by Jay-Z and Tata. And when my album was done, it was very urban. So he wanted to stamp it with the Rockefeller stamp. So, I was never directly signed to them, and me and Rihanna came in at the same time, basically. So it was not when she came in that pushed me to the side. She was doing different kind of music than I was, pop music, and her single went #1 on the replay. And my single was doing very well on the urban charts. So, people always either say, are you and Jay-Z cool or are you and Rihanna cool? And it's like, it's never been a problem with me and Rihanna. Let's just say if it was a decision or a choice between me and Rihanna for Def Jam. That has nothing to do with her. Okay. So I have no hard feelings for her or Jay-Z or anybody. Would you actually work with Rihanna? I mean, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Why not?
Teairra Mari rose to fame in 2005 with her breakout Rockefeller hit Make a Girl Feel, as you just saw. Around the same time, label mate Rihanna was getting her start. The then 16-year-old released her second single, 17-year-old, No Daddy. I just want you to realize the irony. Her first song is about her finding a man that could take care of her, like a sugar daddy, kind of like a man for everything. Her second single, which her career flopped, is called No Daddy. Off her debut, Rockefeller Records presents Teairra Mari. She was never heard from since. While Rihanna went to achieve stardom. Now, this article was written back in the day when she was 20 years old by Wrap Up, right? And it says, now the 20-year R&B singer is back and setting the record straight. The former princess of rock tells Wrap Up TV how she was left out in the cold by Jay-Z. Deep down inside, I was hurting, which Def Jam artists reach out in time of need. And she thinks of Rihanna's success. Teairra Mari looks to the future. And she was talking about her music and how she wanted to rebound. And I just want to bring out, she said she was heartbroken. This is when I think Teairra Mari started picking up the bad habits of dating celebrity and industry men. And I think this is also what pushed her further away from her dream of being a successful singer. And remember, at this time, Beyonce still was not a solo artist. So these are things I'm pointing. And after Teairra Mari's last single, Daddy, her career suddenly took a drastic fall. Around the age of 21, 22, she started dating a lot of rappers and entertainers. The ones we know about is like Bow Wow and like Love and Hip Hop people, Ray J, and I'm pretty sure the list goes on because a lot of these girls like to stay in this in crowd, and the in crowd like to pass around each other. And it's just sad now because I feel like the partying fast, the lifestyle kind of took over, and now I feel like she's kind of struggling with sobriety, with alcoholism and image, and trying to. And it must suck to start with someone and then have them surpass you. The last thing I heard from Teairra Mari was that she had a lawsuit against 50 Cent for revenge porn for an ex-boyfriend. Rumor has it is that she's the one who actually put out the porn, and it feels bad to end her story.
Of Paris was a contest between the three most beautiful goddesses of Olympus, Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena, for the prize of a golden apple addressed to the fairest.
The reason I bring up the Judgment of Paris, please look it up, research it more. If you want, I can make a more in-depth video about this. This is a Greek mythology that ties back probably to some African mythology, because if you know, most things do, point blank. But I brought up this story because it was a competition of these three beautiful goddesses for a prize of a golden apple. A golden apple. And Paris had to choose between the women who was the fairest of them all. And the one he thought that was the fairest will receive the golden apple. So while he expected all of them, they all attempted to use their powers to bribe him. Hera, which I think is represented by Anne Marie in the purple, offered him to make him king of Europe and Asia. Athena, who I think is Teairra Mari in this picture, offered him wisdom and skill in war. And Aphrodite, who I know is Rihanna in this picture, offered him charm and love of the most beautiful women of the land. What do you think Paris chose? What do you think Paris chose? Aphrodite offered him love. And who did Jay-Z get after Rihanna blew up? I just want y'all to notice these things. These things are all things that happen over and over and over. Stories are past truths that have been passed down and watered down. So Paris chose Aphrodite, who I think is played by Rihanna, and he got the love of the most beautiful woman that he thought of all the land, which is Helen. Helen, Beyonce. I'm just saying. And that was the only one he wanted to be his wife. The message in the Judgment of Paris is beauty, competition, and choice. The story relates to the theme due to the beauty and the competition between the women and the choice faced by Paris to determine who would receive the golden apple. So now when I said, let's talk about that day when they was performing on that stage. Does the judgment of Paris help you understand the story more? We're going to go into another breakdown when we get more into Rihanna. So I'll see you for part 2.